Hello everyone and welcome back to my studio. Hope you're ready for some more fun. Today we're going to work on the landscape swipe. This will be a beach swipe. So we're going to try and get some waves and some sky and some sand and see how that all works. So let's go down to the canvas. We'll look at our colors for today and we'll see what's going on. Hold on a second. Okay, we are working today on an Artist Loft Level 3 Gallery Wrap canvas. It's a 12 by 16. I have painted my edges. I have made sure my canvas is level. Get your level out. Put it on your canvas. Make sure it's level. You don't want all your paint slushing off. The other thing you may want to do is get yourself a squirt bottle. And after you tape and push pin your bottom, just sit there and mist spray. Make sure you get it in those corners. Your canvas, that's going to help tighten that up. As that water dries, it's going to tighten up your canvas for you. So that's something that's important too. All right, let's go through the colors. So we're going to start over at this end. This is Golden's Iridescent Gold Deep Fine. All of my paints are mixed very thin. We're going to be doing a swipe. We need thin. All of these paints have been mixed with a pour medium that is 50% Floetrol, 50% Liquitex Pour Medium, and into everything was a small squirt of GAC 800. The GAC helps keep you from getting any cracking, makes your paints nice and smooth, helps with the swiping. Next we have Liquitech Basics in Raw Sienna. Just gonna move these as I go. Our next is a mixture of two. So this is Golden's Iridescent Pearl Fine, and into that is a little bit of our DecoArt Satin Enamels in the pure white. That's to give us some effects. Next, I've got some US Art Supply Iridescent Sunflower. So that's a pretty little color. I have DecoArt Americana in Alizaran Crimson. Looks really pinkish, but it's going to dry darker. Next is Golden's Teal. That is a beautiful, beautiful shade. Next is a mixed color. This is known as Mysterious. And they don't make Mysterious anymore, so there's a lot of recipes to get it. I mixed DecoArt Metallics Extreme Sheen Sapphire with the DecoArt Extreme Sheen in Emerald. Because I had Sapphire instead of the deep Sapphire, I did throw in a tiny bit of my Grumbacher Prussian blue just to deepen it up to the perfect tone that I was looking for. So that is a beautiful dark tone. Then I've got Arteza in Ultramarine blue, and that is the color that is painted around our outside edge also, along with the raw sienna. And our last color is this one, and this is that Grumbacher Prussian blue. All right, and you'll notice I didn't make a lot of all my colors because this is a swipe, so we don't need a whole lot. The ones I made a lot of were the Ultramarine blue and the raw sienna, because they're going to be our main base colors, though we're going to put some large lines of some of the other colors in here when we get started. Now the next thing we're going to do is make sure our paper towels are ready for swiping. So you're going to take your paper towels, you're going to tear them into a nice section, then you're going to take your water and you're going to wet down one end. Usually do this while it's laying on the table, it's easier. Flip it over and go down the other end, that inch on the bottom, and then let that sit and soak in, and then you're going to cut it up to the sizes that you want for your pour. I'm just going to cut myself a couple swipes to get us started. different sizes. I'll leave those there and I'll cut more as I need them. All right, so we're going to start by doing a little flooding here. So I'm first going to flood a bit at this end. Okay, let's get started. Make sure that's up on the feet. Okay. So I think right along here, I'm just going to start by putting some lines of some of these other colors in. Swipe them in together in a minute. What I'm doing is just throwing some more color on here to play with, and then we'll start swiping some sections. Just sort of making a mess is what I'm doing, and then we'll play with it. Okay. I'm just going to tilt that a little, just trying to get rid of some of the dry patches here. Move some of those colors around in with each other. I still have some dry spots in here I'm trying to work out. Just put some color down in those spots real quick. Okay. All right. Now, one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white, and I'm going to dip my swiper into my white, and then use my white to pull across. I just realized there's like no paint right there. Hold on. Let me just pour a little that way. Pull this way. Start. I want to make sure I swipe from both directions so that I don't have just all the white build up on the one edge. I can sort of pull off, help with the color. Oh, I'm loving the cells that are already popping up here. Take some of my gold. I'll pull some of that through this burnt sienna down here. loving what the white did in here with the cells. Oh, that's so pretty. I'll run some more gold through down here. And I may run some of the yellow through down here too. All right, now to my skyline here. I'm gonna just take some of this yellow and just plop a little in there. Red over here, red over here, red up here. Oh, I'm liking that. Oh, I'm loving what the sky is doing over here though. All right, let's pull some more things through. Just look what that tiny little bit of yellow did to my skyline. Oh, and there's some cells in it. All right, I think I'm going to put just a tiny bit, a few more drops of the yellow in here. Maybe another drop or two of the red. Ooh, that's a little more than I wanted. Okay, don't need very much of that. Now see, that's cool because it sort of has this blue in the midst of the, I'm liking that. So you can just play and swipe until you get what you want. There's no rhyme or reason or time frame or rules that say you have to have A or B. Right, I want to put a little more color down here. This is sort of plain. But I'm loving the water. The water came out beautiful. There are so many cells in here. I may run a little bit more white right in the thin strip right along there. I don't like how there's these big blobs of white, so I'm going to have to pull some color through. Just need to do something about that right there. Sort of this, some of this right here. Here and over here, just so it spreads out. That I'm loving this red in here, or Syrian crimson. I think I'm just going to put a touch more of the crimson out to the outer edges here, just a touch. Maybe a spot more yellow up a little higher. You always worry that if you add too much more, you'll mess up what you already have. If you don't add something more, you won't have what you really wanted. I gotta get something over here. I pulled too much paint. You gotta watch you don't over swipe and you end up with holes in your paint. White along the edge there too. And then I think we're going to call it a day because I'm really loving this. I'm loving the sky with that little bit of white that I added. I'm going to add a little more white right along this edge line. This is too big a piece. I get a thin one. This one's really thin ones. Okay, let me torch this and then I'll bring you down for a closer look. I am really happy. I am loving this in here. This is my favorite part. I almost want to put some more white in the sky just to see if I get some reaction out there, but I'm loving because it's got these bubbles on my waves. All right, give me a second. Let me torch this. Oh, that is so pretty. Okay, edges aren't too bad. I just want to see if I can clean up some of these edges a bit just by tilting just a wee bit, and that tells me how much paint's on here too, because it's moving pretty fast. Means there's a lot of paint on here. Some spots and not in others. Just going to tilt it just a little to try and move some of it around, give it a little motion, see what happens. Not a lot. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing with it. Mess with it too much, you're gonna mess it up. I'll leave it alone. All right, let me bring you down for a closer look. Okay, give you a little bit of a close-up on this one. I am loving this. So this is sort of our beach area, and you can see that I've got a little bit of cells. That's where I ran that gold and the yellow over the beach in some spots. I like this over here better than I like the other side. Then we get to our water section and look at all the cells. That's from running that white with the satin enamel in it over top of everything. It's Just beautiful. And then we get into our skyline up here, and our little look of like clouds up there, and our beautiful sunset, the reds. Oh, so happy. With all the color shading, the reactions. All right, we're gonna let this dry, see how it works, and I'll take some pictures for you. Thanks for joining me. Okay, we have the dry results on this painting, and I'm loving how it came out. So we'll start down here with the beach, and like the white foam on the edge of the sand. And then our water area, we've got some nice wave looks. We get into our sunset and sky. I'm just loving the darkness of the sky and the way that Alizaran crimson and the sunflower yellow just made this beautiful look here along the horizon line. Really loving the way this swipe turned out. Okay, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave me a like, a comment, hit that notification bell if you subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a wonderful day.